I am Eunice Nkiasin, Miss Ed Ghana 2022. However far my footprints are away from home, my heart always leads me home to my motherland. Ghana is one of the peaceful countries in the world, and I am proud to be a child of the land. A country that is endowed with natural resources, but it breaks my heart as a threat of plastic pollution destroys our environment. It has become my passion to put in my quota towards the eradication of filth in my country through a project I call Beats Plastic Pollution. Talk of adventure and heritage of our ecotourism site, Ghana has beautiful places such as the Ebri Botanical Gardens, Boti Falls, Shai Hills Resource Reserve, among others, which attract over 1.30 million visitors all over the world annually. Deforestation, forest degradation, typically caused by rampant burning of plastic waste in the forest areas, negatively affects our biodiversity, causing climate change and many animal species fading off the earth. This fauna, called white-napped mangabe monkey, are critically endangered. 18 of these monkeys currently found homes in the Accra Zoo. I joined the Green Ghana project by the government of Ghana through the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources. This project is aimed at making more than 5 million trees, and I will push this initiative further and fight against climate change. It is time for us to rethink how to conserve our ecosystem for the survival of humans and wildlife habitat. Reduce the use of plastic bags, produce more reusable bags, recycle more waste to produce more trash bins, and also at high time we began to respect our environment and wildlife. Let Mother Ghana rise up. Let Mother Earth breathe. I call on all to keep the earth, for I am a woman of the earth.
From the peak of Ologizi Mountain to the valley and hills of the free land of liberty, I am Mrs. Shana Wia, your Miss F. Liberia 2022. I am a strong African woman. I am beautiful, powerful, courageous, and most of all, educated. With all these characteristics, I stand against discrimination of all sorts. My country being the first African country to have a female as head of state has been faced with several crises in the past years, which created situations for the over-exploitation and accelerated degradation of forest resources and an unemployment rate estimated at 80%. Moreover, we are also faced with climate change, global warming, flood, poor waste disposal, and pollution, which are water, land, and air pollution. Being Miss Elf is not based on my beautiful face or the wearing of crown, rather those important contributions that I can make to ensure we have a good environment. I advocate for plastic pollution. As we all know, plastic pollution is a serious issue of global concern. But in my country, Liberia, it is a call for action. Our environment are polluted, blocking our drainages, leaving our streets flooded. Our oceans are polluted, threatening marine life. I want to be the next Miss Elf, to use my voice and platform, not only to impact Mother Earth, but also to save Mother Earth by implementing the 5 R's, which are rethink, reduce, reuse, recycle, and respect. I am a woman of the earth.
Hi, I am Diana Andimba, Miss Earth Namibia 2022, and welcome to the heartbeat of Namibia, Windhoek, our capital city where I reside.
I aim to change the narrative on one from despair to one of hope and resilience, of the conservation of wildlife. We have one of the best beautiful landscapes in the whole world. From where the desert meets the ocean, to the Skeleton Coast of Fish River Canyon, the Epupa waterfalls.
So, as you can see, we are walking, going to search for the pangolin. One of of the most trafficked animals on the planet is one that lives in Namibia. It is the pangolin. You may not have never heard of it, but it really does exist. It is more poached than the rhino and elephants put together, and that's the saddest part. And the reason why it's important to our environment is to keep up with this ecosystem. And when we catch the poachers who poach these vulnerable animals, we also know that we're catching the people who poach rhinos and elephants put together. So pangolins are only known to be giving birth at least once a year, and the baby pup is actually called a pangu pup. And what's so fascinating about a pangolin is that it has a long sticky tongue, which it goes inside the ant holes, as it's an ant eater, a termite eater, as well as a larvae eater. The biggest fear that we have over pangolins is the humans, because we as humans use them in parts of the world, such as Asia, for medicine, but it's not true because it's made out of keratin, which is the same material used in fingernails. I am passionate about ensuring the conservation of animals, and especially the pangolin.
I am a woman of the earth.
Dance is powerful, so is nature. Both extend from within us, across the mystery between and into other beings. I had social anxiety growing up. As a Nigerian with an Asian descent, I felt different. It was nature that embraced me. Reality speaks that this may not be bearable for everyone. Synchronization becomes hard when movements are different, when objectives are conflicting. This is what happens to our treatment of vulnerable farmers. Many are on population decline. My Vouch for the Vultures campaign came into fruition to support vultures' recovery and sensitize the public about the adverse effects of its extinction. As Miss Earth Nigeria, I partnered with Lufasi Nature Park and St. Mark Animal Rescue Foundation in the development of species-specific recovery plans. These frail creatures are facing serious and irreversible attacks. It is my dream to make every one of us collaborate in this great dance of life. This way, we can be connected in this melody. We can find ourselves dancing to one rhythm, one heartbeat. My name is Esther Uluwatosi Ajayi. I am a woman of the earth.
Before you sit a 22-year-old student pilot who is passionate about slow fashion and who is a grassroots activist, ready to change the world one tree planted at a time. Before I started my aviation training, one thing that stuck with me were the nerves. So it's no surprise the very first time I was instructed to take off, it wasn't the perfect fit. However, while I was up there, I did notice how small and insignificant everything looked. So I posed the question, is the sky the limit? In my case, I would have never made it to the sky if I hadn't dropped my groundly worries. Thank you. I am Miss Earth South Africa, Zipose Tisitebe. I am from a land of many contradictions, where winters are full of sunshine and summers are marked by heavy cold rains. The land of many languages, South Africa, greetings to the Philippines, the land of beautiful beaches and delicious fruit. They say your dreams don't have to be high, they just have to be lived. Here I am, living my dream, preparing to visit the Philippines as a Miss Earth South Africa candidate. I come from the only country, but I've grown into it. This is my dream, and I am a woman of the earth.
Take a walk with me into the forest trails. Delight in the beauty of the sun rays on your face. The serenity in nature's soundtrack of chirping birds and whispering trees.
Joyce Mwansa is the name I answer to. Your Miss Earth Zambia 2022. I am a born-again Christian, raised in this beautiful country termed as Zambia, the real Africa, because of its richness in culture and ecotourism.
We boast of over 30 waterfalls, including the Mos Petunia, which means the smoke that thunders. The Mos Petunia is such a spectacular. No wonder it is one of the top 10 tallest waterfalls in the world. Zambia is also home to Africa's Big Five, namely lion, buffalo, rhino, leopard, and elephant. What fascinates me about everything are the millions of bird species we have, the most prominent being the African fish eagle, which is a symbol of strength and freedom. Like the eagle, I am not afraid to soar to greater heights, and this is why it is my fauna of choice. I believe people and nature have to coexist in harmony. Human activity on Earth is causing a lot of problems for the entire ecosystem, and trees are not an exception. This is why my advocacy called I Spread Love is aimed at educating children about how important and precious the trees are to humans, animals, and birds. I believe if we teach children in the way they should grow, they will not depart from the knowledge instilled in them. Through my foundation, Joyce and Friends Foundation, I have been able to plant more than 200 trees, not only in schools, but also in orphanages and safe homes.
My country is facing massive deforestation, and as a woman of the earth, I will continue to push the agenda to champion the fight against deforestation. My name is Joyce Mwansa, your Miss Earth Zambia 2022, and I am a woman of the earth.
My name is Sakile Dube, and I am Miss Earth Zimbabwe. Today I visited one of the places that has been recently damaged by wildfires. My environmental project is to plant back trees because I believe that in order for humans and the wildlife to coexist, we must protect each other's habitats.